Freeze in this very second. Do not move, do not scroll, and silence every thought in your mind. For the sovereign God of the universe has broken the silence of the heavens to reach the depth of your soul. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a play for your attention. This is a moment of divine urgency so rare that the atmosphere around you is vibrating with the weight of eternity. You are standing in the final window of a cycle that began 1,470 days ago. For nearly 4 years, the Creator has been orchestrating the stars, moving people like chess pieces, and whispering your name in the dead of night, all leading to this specific narrow point in time. Today is the deadline. Archangel Michael has descended with a flaming sword to stand guard over this connection. For your guardian angel has filed an emergency petition in the courts of heaven. They have seen the battles you've fought in secret, the battles your mother prayed you would win, and the struggles your sister fears for you. Your heart has been carrying a burden that was never meant for you to bear alone. And God is demanding your attention right now because the portal of this specific breakthrough closes in exactly 9 minutes. There were 3 souls chosen for this encounter out of the millions lost in the digital void. The first has already failed, blinded by the world, scrolling past their destiny without a second thought. The second is watching alongside you, trembling at the truth. But you are the third. You are the final one. You are the reason the angels have paused their songs to watch what you do in the next few minutes. If you walk away now, if you ignore the heat rising in your chest, you will carry a hollow ache, a silent mourning for an appointed time that you let slip away. Think of your loved ones and the legacy that hangs in the balance. The same God who breathed life into you is telling you that the transfer of grace is happening this very hour. After the clock strikes the final minute of this window, the opportunity will vanish from your life and be handed to another who is ready to receive. The 1,470 days of waiting have ended. The countdown has reached its final stage. The King is at the door, and he is looking directly into your eyes. Will you answer before the final seconds of this today disappear forever? Stop everything. The atmosphere has shifted, and the decree has been issued from the throne of grace. At exactly 4:44 a.m. this morning, while the world was draped in silence, your guardian angel stood before the Ancient of Days and filed an emergency petition for your life. The message from the divine courts is clear. The season of delay that you mistook for protection has ended. It is no longer shielding you. It is costing you your destiny. It is draining the peace from your heart and stealing the future that your mother and sister have wept for in their private prayers. Archangel Michael is standing over this very moment, his wings overshadowing your screen, waiting for your response. This is not a suggestion, nor is it a request. This is a direct command from heaven. You have mere minutes left to sign your name in the spirit realm. Type 444 in the comments right now. Do not wait for a better feeling. Do not wait for a more convenient hour. Today is the day of your visitation. By typing those numbers, you are releasing your spiritual signature. You are providing the activation code that tells the angelic host that you are moving from a state of stagnant survival into a state of divine reception. God is watching. The cloud of witnesses is leaning in. I know the walls you have built. I see how you have learned to numb your soul to protect yourself from disappointment. You tell yourself you will respond when life is easier, but later is a trap set by the enemy to keep you in the wilderness. Easier never arrives, and later never comes. You have delayed 1,000 times before, But this window, this specific holy alignment, will close in seconds. The angels are hovering over the comments section at this very moment, pens poised to record the names of the faithful. Will you remain distant and cold, or will you let your heart catch fire with the truth? Your loved ones are tied to your obedience. The 1,470 days of wandering end right now, but only if you break the spirit of hesitation. Type 444 now. Do not let the scroll continue until you have made your covenant with the King. The portal is narrowing. The time is this very minute. Claim what is yours before the silence of the heavens returns. Stop every movement. The great architect of time has cornered you in this specific minute, and there is no longer any place to hide from the truth. For 1,470 days, the Creator has been relentless in His pursuit of your heart. You thought those sudden, intrusive thoughts in the middle of your routine were just stress or coincidence. You tried to reason away that heavy, unsettled feeling that haunts you even when your life looks perfect on the outside. But those were not your thoughts. They were divine seeds being planted by the hand of God. Every door that slammed shut in your face, every carefully crafted plan that crumbled into dust, and every opportunity that slipped through your fingers was not a failure. It was the voice of the Almighty saying, "Wait." He was protecting you from paths that would have cost you your very soul. Your mother and your sister have prayed for your protection, and Archangel Michael has stood as a wall of fire between you and the destruction you almost walked into. Heaven has kept a meticulous record of your hesitation. 127 times in the last 3 years, you felt the tug of the divine. 127 times you sensed Him standing near, reached out your hand, and then pulled back in fear. God saw your exhaustion. He saw your fear of what listening might cost you, and He did not walk away. But today, the grace of the waiting room has expired. We have reached the critical point of the timeline. Delayed obedience is about to become permanent misalignment. You are standing at a jagged turning point where neutral no longer exists. If you walk away from this message, you will not be the same. You will drift further into the cold than you have ever been. You lie awake at 3:17 a.m. staring at the ceiling because your spirit knows the window is narrowing to mere minutes left. Like this video right now. Do not wait for the end. Do not overthink. This is your spiritual signature, your divine agreement that activates the release heaven has prepared for you. This is the moment you stop surviving and start receiving. Archangel Michael is watching your hand. God is reading your intent. If you have not hit that button, do it this very second, for the portal is closing, and the 127 times of hesitation must end today. Your loved ones are waiting for the breakthrough that only your obedience can unlock. The clock is striking. Act now, for tomorrow this door will be locked. Halt. Silence the noise of your mind and listen with the ears of your spirit, for the atmosphere of your life is being reordered this very minute. You are tired of being tired. You have noticed that rest no longer restores you. You sleep for hours yet wake up with a soul that feels bruised and heavy. Small things, a passing comment, a minor setback, unsettle you more than they ever did before. Your once quiet confidence has been hollowed out, replaced by a haunting unease that follows you like a shadow. You are changing your mind 3 times before breakfast and asking for opinions on things you used to know by divine instinct. Hear me. This is not God being cruel. This is the dissonance of a spirit that is drifting from its anchor. Your heart is screaming because you are active without being aligned. Your calendar is overflowing, but your soul is a desert. You smile for the world, you show up for your mother, you give advice to your sister, but you drive home in a silence so thick it feels like a physical weight. You are encouraging others toward breakthroughs you have secretly stopped believing are possible for yourself. But God has seen the hidden tears you shed when the lights go out. He knows the conspiracy that has been working against your clarity. 7 demons were specifically assigned to your bloodline to keep you in a fog of second-guessing. They know that if you ever truly wake up to who you are, their dominion over your family is finished. This is why your confusion feels thicker than everyone else's. This is why you feel like you are wearing shoes that no longer fit. But at 4:44 a.m. this morning, while you were lost in fitful sleep, Archangel Michael stood before the throne of grace as the verdict was handed down. The sovereign judge has declared, "Enough. The legal right of those spirits to cloud your mind has been revoked." The sentence is immediate clarity, and the execution is happening today. You have mere minutes left in this divine window to accept the ruling. The 127 times you pulled back in fear are being washed away by a single act of obedience right now. God is not just calling you. He is rescuing you from a life of survival only. This very hour, the weights are being lifted. The activation code is in your hands. Do not let another minute pass in neutral. Archangel Michael is standing with the scroll of your new season, waiting for your signature of faith. Like this message, type your agreement, and feel the shift in your heart as the fog of the last 1,470 days finally begins to break. The King has ruled in your favor. Today is your day of liberation. Stop and breathe in the holy fire of this moment, for the decree has been finalized. At the first light of dawn today, the legal right of the enemy to cloud your mind expired. The access those 7 spirits of confusion had to your thoughts has been permanently revoked by the High Court of Heaven. The fog is not just thinning, it is lifting. The heaviness is not just easing, it is breaking. Clarity is being restored to your heart right now, as your eyes scan these words, because God has declared that your season of wandering is over. Do not mistake the physical sensations you are feeling for mere human reaction. That sudden pressure in your chest, that is not anxiety. It is your spirit vibrating under the weight of a divine appointment. That heat coursing through your hands, that is the activation energy of the Holy Spirit, your body coming into alignment with the frequency of heaven. The tears forming in your eyes, they are the ancient waters of your soul, finally releasing years of suppressed truth. Pay attention, for Archangel Michael is standing beside you, and your body recognizes the truth of God before your mind can even attempt to process it. You have mere minutes left in this sacred window. You must move from a spectator to a participant. Type, "I will not delay anymore" in the comments right now. This is your declaration of war against the spirit of hesitation. This is your line in the sand. This is your spiritual signature that signals to the angelic realm that the season of postponing your destiny is buried in the past. When you type those words, you are not just engaging with a message. You are opening a portal and giving heaven permission to release the blessings that God has been holding back until you were finally ready. Think of those who waited too long. Remember the warning of those like Jennifer from Miami, who felt the call and heard the whisper for 4 long years. She knew what was required, but she kept telling God, "Later, when things are easier. Later, when I am stronger. She watched 4 years of her life dissolve into the ether because she thought later was a safe place. But there is no safety in delay. Delay is the thief of your mother's peace and your sister's hope. Today is your 4:44 a.m. breakthrough. The angels are hovering over the comments section this very hour, waiting to see whose name appears as a testament of faith. Do not be the one who lets this window shut. Do not be the one who waits until the sun sets to realize the light has left. Type, I will not delay anymore this very second. The King is watching. The portal is narrowing. Your new life begins the moment you stop waiting and start obeying. Do it now, before the 9-minute window vanishes into eternity. Behold, for the record of the faithful is being written in the stars, and your name is next. For 4 agonizing years, Jennifer from Miami lived in the later. For years of postponing the deep truth your heart also carries. She thought she was being cautious, but she was only being captive. Then the conviction became a fire she could no longer contain. The pull was too intense to ignore. She broke her silence, she surrendered her pride, and she typed, I will not delay anymore. Listen to the testimony of the Spirit. Within 6 days, her entire reality shifted. The job she thought was lost forever returned, not as it was, but with double the salary. The relationship that lay cold and dead in the tomb was resurrected by the breath of God. The clarity she had been chasing for years hit her like a bolt of lightning. It was the week everything changed because she finally stopped negotiating with the divine. But consider Michael from Boston, who spent 18 months ignoring 11 clear signs from the Almighty. Doors were slamming, messengers were speaking, and dreams were repeating like a drumbeat in his soul, all pointing to the same move. But he chose the prison of comfort over the freedom of the unknown. He thought delay was safe until he met his moment of truth at 11:11 p.m. on a Wednesday night. Just like you are feeling right now, something broke inside him. The walls of resistance crumbled into dust. He made his declaration. He subscribed to the vision. And within 72 hours, the dramatic hand of God moved so powerfully that everyone in his life asked, What has happened to you? Archangel Michael is standing with the keys to doors that have been locked for years, but he is waiting for your signal. You have mere minutes left before this portal, which has been open for 11 minutes, vanishes. Your mother's legacy and your sister's future are tethered to the decision you make in this hour. Do not let fear freeze you. Do not let the familiar hold you hostage. Today is the day the opportunities appear. This very second, God is rearranging the circumstances of your life to favor you. The clock is striking the final note of your 1,470-day trial. Like this message, share the light and seal your covenant. Type, I will not delay anymore, and hit the subscribe button to signal to the angelic realm that you are ready for the 72-hour shift. The verdict is in, the demons are gone, and the King is waiting for your yes. Do it now, for the window is almost gone. Behold the movement of the Spirit, for the record of the faithful is being written in the stars, and your name is next. Michael from Boston ignored 11 clear signs over 18 months, thinking delay was his shield, but he only found himself in a prison of his own making. When he finally surrendered at 11:11 p.m. and made his declaration, favor he did not earn and opportunities he had stopped praying for suddenly flooded his life. His testimony now rings through the halls of heaven. Delay costs more than obedience ever will. Consider Sarah from Denver, who felt the tug toward her calling for 7 full years. For 7 years, she buried the whispers of God, telling herself she was being unrealistic and that greatness was for others, but not for her. Fear wrapped around her like cold chains, suffocating the rhythm of her heart. But the moment she stopped delaying, the moment she took that terrifying first step without seeing the full path, the universe rearranged itself. Within 21 days, strangers began reaching out with opportunities aligned perfectly with a 7-year-old promise. Provision showed up before she even opened her mouth to ask. She is now walking in the very dream she almost buried forever. Then there is Robert from Seattle, who spent 3 years negotiating with the Almighty, demanding more certainty and more time. He was looking for signs while the king was looking for his yes. Archangel Michael is standing before you today with the same choice. You have mere minutes left in this 12-minute divine portal. Your mother's legacy and your sister's future are tethered to the decision you make in this hour. Do not let the spirit of negotiation rob you of the favor you cannot earn. Today is the day the supernatural becomes your natural. This very second, the Sovereign Lord is calling for your spiritual signature. Do not be like those who negotiate until the window is shut and the lights are gone. The 1,470 days of wandering and the 127 times of hesitation must end right now. Type, "I will not delay anymore" in the comments this very second. Subscribe to this word and seal your agreement with the heavens. Archangel Michael is poised to strike the chains from your hands. God is waiting to release the provision you haven't even thought to ask for yet. The clock is striking the final note. Act now, for the portal is closing and the king is at the door. Listen closely, for the breath of the Almighty is brushing against your soul in this final, trembling minute. You have heard the accounts of the faithful, but now you must confront the ghost of Robert from Seattle. He spent 3 long years in a cage of his own bargaining, waiting for perfect conditions that the earth can never provide. He traded 3 years of his life for a mirage of certainty, only to realize that the fear which paralyzed him was a lie from the pit. When he finally cried out, "I will not delay anymore," his perspective shattered. Within 14 days, the terror was gone. Within 6 weeks, he was walking in his true calling. He realized then the true, hidden cost of his hesitation. It wasn't just lost time. It was the theft of his joy and the strangling of his peace. Today, you are standing where Patricia from Orlando once stood. For 8 months, she wrapped her fear in spiritual excuses, pretending her delay was wisdom. But God knows the rhythm of your heart, and He knows when waiting has become a mask for cowardice. When Patricia finally typed those words through her tears, the door she thought she had missed forever swung wide open in just 9 days. She learned the hard truth that every mother should teach and every sister should know. Delayed obedience is still disobedience wrapped in the rags of good intentions. Archangel Michael is standing over you right now with a message of divine love. God is not threatening you. He is warning you. He loves you too much to let you stay silent while your destiny withers. You have mere minutes left before this portal, which has been open for 13 minutes, seals shut. The 1,470 days of pursuit and the 127 times you pulled back have all led to this very second. Type, "I will not delay anymore" in the comments right now. This is your final signature. This is your release from the 3 years of bargaining and the 8 months of excuses. Today is the deadline for your transformation. If you miss this, you are not just missing a video. You are walking away from the resurrection of your dreams. Archangel Michael has the keys in his hand. God has the favor ready to pour. Your heart knows the truth. Do it now. Type it, share it, and step into the light before the clock strikes the final second of this hour. Hear the word of the sovereign God. For the silence of heaven has ended and your time has narrowed to this final, trembling second. Ignoring this moment will not leave you unchanged. If you turn away now, you will not see fire or chaos. Instead, you will feel the slow, agonizing departure of the light. Clarity will begin to fade. Not all at once, but quietly, like the sun setting on a cold horizon. Peace will become fragile, easily shattered by the smallest whisper of the world. You will still move, you will still function, but you will be a shadow walking in a hollow world, busy without fulfillment, active without alignment. This is the weight of the 1,470 days you have spent wandering, and today, that journey must end. Archangel Michael is standing at the door of your life, and he is not alone. God has brought 3 specific souls to your mind this very hour. You know their faces. You can feel their names written on your heart. One is trapped in the same cage of delay you are breaking out of. The second needs your yes, because their breakthrough is legally tied to your obedience. The third is destined to witness your transformation so that their own dead faith may be sparked back to life. Share this message with those 3 people right now. Do not overthink. Do not bargain. This is not a request. It is a divine mandate from the high court of heaven. The urgency vibrating in your chest is not pressure. It is the frequency of grace. The door is open right now, but some doors do not stay open indefinitely. Seasons change, and the God who loves you too much to stay silent is warning you that what is available today will be gone by tomorrow. You are ready now in ways you never were before. Your prayers have matured, and your mother's cries for your soul have finally reached the throne. This message could not have reached you any sooner, for you would have misheard it. It cannot wait a minute longer, for you are finally ready to receive it. God has waited while your heart softened. He has waited while fear loosened its grip. But we have reached the point where waiting no longer protects your growth, it prevents it. Today, the Father is not asking for perfection. He is not asking for all the answers. He is asking for your heart to stay open just enough to let Him speak. This moment is different from all the 127 times you hesitated before. The timeline has reached its zenith. Type, "I will not delay anymore." Share it with the 3 chosen souls, and step through the portal before the 16-minute window seals your fate. The King has spoken. The angels are waiting. The choice is yours. Act this very second.